This is Greg. I'm here from NECR, NewEnglandConcertReviews.com, here at Wally's Pub in Hampton, New Hampshire, and we are talking with Adam Fithian, the lead singer from Prospect Hill.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you doing, man?
Great.
First, I'd like to say welcome. How are things?
Very busy. We just got back from tour yesterday. We drove 14 and a half hours from North Carolina, and here we are.
Awesome. For the people that don't know who Prospect Hill is, could you tell us a little something about the band?
Let's see, a little something about the band. Well, a few of the members, my drummer Mark Roberge, my bass player Edgar Troncoso, and my guitar player Derek Russo, all grew up on Prospect Hill in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and that's where hence the name comes from. And the guys have been going since they were about 16, and I joined up about 7 years ago. And we've been a growing force ever since.
I've been checking you guys out. Kind of hard to find a little bit of information on you, but I know you guys are hometown boys.
Yep.
And you've been recognized for your hard work ethic and your hands-on approach of developing the band yourselves. Mm-hmm. Tell us what that was and is like in this industry.
It's really, really tough to be a band and try to become something. Labels don't come through like they used to. They don't support. There's no development in any artist anymore. Usually it's a lump sum of money, and it usually gets mistreated, and doing it yourself is now the key thing to do when everything that has to get done, at least you know it's passing through your own hands and it's getting done at the best you can. You know the money is going to the right places. It's not getting taken from you. It's a lot more difficult when you're forced to book your own shows, when you have to really bargain your product. And that's the biggest thing, I think. You have to take your own product and push it as far as you can. There are outlets to do it. You just have to find the outlets to do it. And a lot of bands don't do that. They think, oh, it's just going to come to us. We'll get signed by a label. Well, labels aren't doing that anymore. They're not signing bands. And so it's up to you as an artist to get out there yourself. They're not coming to you. You got to go to them. You got to let them know who you are. And we got signed for a few months, and the label really wasn't coming through with what they had written in our contract, so we broke free of them, and we're back to what we were doing originally. And it's really just a quick little, a stumble in the road, and we got right past it and back up on our feet, and we're still going, and here we are.
Because you guys basically started off that way, so it was kind of easy.
Just a small speed bump. So we're back to what we were doing in the first place and doing well. Step by step. That's what you got to do. You got to take it step by step. Don't get lost in it all. That's the biggest problem that you find. People get at egos, and we're very fortunate as a band that everybody is on the same page. And we don't get along every day. We all fight and bicker like human beings do, and we're still doing it though. The common denominator between all of us.
Your latest CD, Impact, is helping with establishing the band more. How do you feel the CD is doing in exposing the band to a wider range or a bigger market?
You know, we released Impact through the label initially. That didn't end up happening. Well, it fell through because we had actually pressed the disc for our CD release party, and then the label got involved. They reprinted it, and then all of a sudden all that went downhill. So we had to go and redo the album itself. Again, that little hiccup in the road put us back about a month or two, 3 months. But the album itself, we've been pushing it in so many different directions, and our first single, Come Alive, that we released, has been very well accepted by the general public, and we're really fortunate in how far it's taken us. People are getting hooked on it, and that's great. We're already about to, we're in talks right now about our next single that we're going to release. It's probably going to be the song Life Goes On. And then after that, we have a few options we're keeping in mind for another single. But Impact itself, we put a lot of thought into it in writing it, and our amazing producer, Anthony J. Resta, put his touch on it, and we're really happy with the way it came out. And little by little, it's getting out there to the general public, and we couldn't be happy. Making some waves, so we'll keep making waves with it and see how far it takes us.
I don't know if I have a favorite off this CD. Honestly, I like them all. Do you have a particular favorite off this CD, and if so, can you tell us why?
I like the song Time a lot. It's just got a a great back and forth kind of feeling. It's got a good texture to it. It's not overly abrasive. So if you're somebody who doesn't like heavier music, you'll like it. If you're somebody that likes heavy music, you'll see the integrity of the song. You'll like the integrity of the song. So yeah, I think that's my favorite. Yeah, it's got parts in it that you just feel.
I asked that question amongst a lot of artists, and some of them say, well, I have this one as a favorite, and some of them say, well, all of them are your baby, so it's kind of hard to sing one song out. But that's cool that you do have a favorite.
Yeah.
What was the band looking to do with this CD, and was the response what you had hoped for?
Sky's the limit, and we're not done yet. We got a lot more to prove, so we'll just keep plugging away, and we'll push it as hard as we can, and then we're already in the process of writing new songs for another album, so, you know, we'll just keep our heads up and keep pushing.
Impact, I read this, Impact sold 3,500 copies right out of the car trunk, according to your Facebook page and website. Did you expect to see such high numbers from that form of distribution?
Being all on our own, pretty much, yes. We had high hopes for it. And we weren't let down by our product, and that's what's great about it. Everybody's got to be a little bit optimistic about how it's going to take to the public, but we were very fortunate that it took well. And we're not done, and there's still so much more to do.
What is next for Prospect Hill? Are you going right back into the studio, or are you taking your time?
We're in the midst of touring. We have a lot of, we got to get our music out there, that's number one. We have a radio promo going on, which is still pushing Come Alive, and then we'll start another one for Life Goes On, and then possibly another. We'll see what happens, but we're also going to be playing shows constantly, writing in between, coming to home for maybe a month, and really try to, you know, polish things up a little bit, and then do more shows, of course, and then probably go back in the studio by next year. So,
what's it like touring, especially here in your native home, so to speak, in Massachusetts, the New England area?
I think that we did it right as a band. You'll find a lot of bands out there don't actually have a hometown market. They've acquired and taken the time to really, you know, work and spread their music out. We didn't. We've been very fortunate because New England is a very tough market to break.
Well, from what I read and what I could find, you guys really busted your butts trying to get that out, and you developed a fan base pretty quickly. And I was actually amazed at, you know, some of the things you've accomplished right here in, you know, your home state.
To come home and have the hometown shows that we do, and they're not radio sponsored, they're our own doing. They've been pretty amazing, and we have the best hometown fans ever right here in New England. So that's one thing we've been very fortunate to make so many great people in the industry, whether it be radio or labels or they appreciate our drive, they appreciate the effort we put into it, and they like us as people.
Well, listen, I took enough of your time. I appreciate it. NECR appreciates it. You guys, I wish you the best with not only this CD, but the tour. And tonight, I can't wait.
It's on.
You know, rock on, man.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks a lot.